Hi, guys, and welcome to the Intuitive Guide. Grand day, grand rising, grand evening, wherever you are. I hope this video finds you well. I'm going to be briefly discussing 4 little steps that you can use in either starting the process of shadow work if you don't know kind of where to start or what to do, or maybe even adding to the process if you've already started. And basically, I know a lot of us have already heard, if you're on your journey, you've heard shadow work, and it's a part of the process, the part of the journey that can't be skipped. It's the deeper parts of us that we have questions to, the whys, like, oh, why do I do the things that I do? Why do I act a certain way? Digging into that and getting a better understanding of it. It's not that we want to get rid of it. It's coming into balance of it and being able to navigate through whatever aspect it is that we want to deal with or that we are dealing with. So that's basically what shadow work is. It's the unconscious part of our psyche that we want to bring to the conscious part within our now experience. Okay, so 4 little steps that you can add. Number 1 is first thing first, and I do have some notes, so I'll be glancing back and forth. But number 1, first identifying the shadow aspects, and you may have already a list, but I always recommend to start off with just one that you really want to work on, that you see that's either troubling you, or for example, it can be, let's say you want to work on, you lie a lot and you want to work on that, excuse me, and that's the aspect that you're going to write down. Okay, and that's the aspect that's going to be picked apart, and so you'll write that down, and then you will then write down number 2, what happens within when you blank. Okay, and what do you feel? So what happens within when you lie? Okay, what emotions do you feel? Sorry, it's a train. What emotions do you feel? Okay, what type of environment are you in? Does that make sense? So you'll write that down. What happens within when you lie, or whatever aspect that you pick. Okay, then number 3, you will then write down, why do you feel the need to blank? So in this case, why do you feel the need to lie? Okay, then you write that down. And the important thing is, when it comes to shadow work, to be the most authentic. You have to be raw, and you have to be real with yourself. So whatever is the first thought, write that down. Don't try to allow ego to kind of soup it up or move it around. Write exactly what's coming to your conscious mind when you're picking this apart. Okay, so number 3, why do you feel the need to blank? And then last, number 4, did you gain a sense of power within, or did you lose it? And this question is very heavy, and what I mean by heavy, it's a lot of parts to it, but this is just like a starter to get you started, because what you'll notice when it comes to shadow work, once you get an answer to something, then you ask why to that answer, which would give you another answer. You ask why to that'll give you another answer. Then eventually you branch out with all these questions, okay, and then eventually it'll get you to the root of it all. Okay, and that's what we want to get to, the root of it. And So number 4, did you gain a sense of power within, or did you lose it to whatever situation? And the way to pull from this question is to think of a scenario where the shadow aspect was being used by yourself. So for example, in this case, lying, right? So I'll think back into a situation where I consciously knew I was lying, okay? And then from there, I'm going to say, well, what did I feel in that situation? Did I gain some sense of power? And if you did, if you let's say that you gain a sense of power within whatever scenario situation, if you did, at who expense? Because most likely it's going to be on the other party, which would bring you back to why, right? And then if you lost it, then that will unpack another branch and get you to the root of the chosen shadow aspect. And that's the whole, I'm not going to say the whole point, but that's part of what shadow work is, and that's getting to the root and being able to navigate through certain emotions and triggers that we experience in this reality. And what'll happen is you will get in not so much a habit, but you will get familiar on being able to write this down and picking it apart. And then eventually you will evolve and grow to when you won't have to write it down. It'll happen consciously in your mind, even in a situation. You can be in a healthy debate, you can be in a healthy conflict, whatever type of situation, and you'll be able to mentally in your mind start picking apart, like, okay, why I feel a trigger, why am I doing this, and then kind of go from there. And you'll be able to maneuver or transmute that energy into a better way of serving you and those around you. So I hope this helps. You guys leave questions in the comment section. I will be pulling from different questions that you guys have and making videos based on that. And for now, I hope this helps. Let me know what else you guys want to talk about. But until then, peace, love, and light.